What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for the Man City transfer update number 15 daily Man City transfer video. So if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on. We're going to crack on with the video. So we're going to start with the ins, and this time there is no mention of our two usual suspects of Jorginho and Riyad Mahrez. Instead, we've got a couple of updates on some other players. So we're going to start off with the first bit of news, which is Jean-Michel Seri, and apparently OGC Nice and Napoli are in talks with Nice and with the player about a possible transfer there. That makes things really interesting because with City being after Jorginho, they're going to be looking at midfield options. They've been looking around Spain, and they're obviously looking around France, and Man City have identified Seri as being one of their backup options to Jorginho. So Napoli are obviously deeming him good enough for their squad. Now, also, not to take it anything with a pinch of salt here, but apparently there's interest from China as well for their other midfielder, Marek Hamšík. So they're probably going to be looking at 2 or 3 midfielders. So that's probably where this is escalating from. But I'm going to keep an eye on that one because I find things really interesting. Man City are after Seri, obviously. West Ham have been linked to Chelsea and Arsenal, but Napoli seem to be moving ahead of the pile. So that could be perhaps a little bit of a development in the Jorginho deal there. There we go. Now, another bit of news is coming from Portugal. It's coming from a player called Rafael Leao. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But apparently he's had his contract cancelled, or he's cancelled his own contract because Sporting Lisbon are going through a bit of a crisis at the moment. Man City were linked with him back in February with a move for around £20 to £25 million. That was back, he's a 20-year-old striker, by the way. That was back in February, March time. Now, there's been developments since then. He's obviously wanted to cancel his contract. It's believed that he has cancelled his contract, and there is now an agreement in place for him to join Benfica. So he won't be joining Man City, you wouldn't expect, if you believe in sources in Portugal. However, with him releasing himself, maybe Man City might step up their interest or not. I don't know, but I'll keep an eye on that one. I am expecting him to go to Benfica, though, because them sources are normally quite reliable. We'll move on to the outs now. We've got a couple of bits of news from the outs too. Now, we'll start off first with Paulo Fernandes. He's expected, according to sources at Breda, he's expected to join NAC Breda on a season-long loan. That's not the only bit of news, though. Apparently, NAC Breda want 4 or 5 more players from Manchester City to loan, so we'll have to wait and see which youngsters they're going to go after. So things developing there. It'd be interesting to see if they go after any permanent transfers too. Next up, both sources for both bits of transfer news are both coming from the Sun. One a little bit more reliable than the other. Now, the third bit of reliable news is that West Ham, they want Brahim Diaz on a season-long loan next season. That is according to the Sun. That's coming from some reliable journalists. However, I doubt that Man City will be selling Brahim Diaz on loan. Pep Guardiola likes his youngsters to be developed around the first team once they've been promoted to the first team. Unless we're looking to actively sell the players, I couldn't imagine us loaning them. He'll want them to train in the best facilities that's around, which is at Manchester City already. He'll want them to train around the best players, which, because we're the current champions, we've got the best players, so there's no better place for him to learn than from the best players at the best facilities with the best coaches. So it wouldn't make sense for him to go out on loan unless he was guaranteed to get first team football, playing game after game. And at West Ham, I don't think that is promised. So I'm not too sure if that's believable or not, but if you do believe the Sun, then Brahim Diaz could be out on loan. And the last bit is coming from Ilkay Gundogan. Now, Barcelona are looking to replace Andreas Iniesta, and the Sun are reporting also that Barcelona are interested in signing Ilkay Gundogan to replace Andreas Iniesta. They're saying that Man City want to keep hold of Gundogan, however. He's got a value by Man City of £50 million, if you believe what the Sun are saying, which I think is more than double what we actually paid for him a couple of seasons back. I know a lot of City fans that are a big fan of Ilkay Gundogan. I know a lot of fans that are not as well. People's opinions are a bit drawn. However, Man City are looking to get him on a new contract to wave away this interest from Barcelona. So it'll be interesting to see what the developments are there and whether Barcelona step up their interest and what Gundogan wants for his own future. My personal opinion on Ilkay Gundogan is I've been impressed with him in some games, not impressed with him in others. He's one of them players that really suits a system when it's playing kind of around him in the midfield. So I've seen him pick apart Barcelona in the Champions League matches, one match that stands out in memory, and I've seen him in other games where he's looked like a ghost. There was matches where he struggled, like in the Champions League match at Anfield, but again, that midfield wasn't based around him. I feel like you get the best out of Gundogan when you're pushing him forward a little bit more. There's less reliability on him there, and you're allowing him to play his natural game. Man City's midfield, it doesn't really work like that, but Man City have got the option there, and he's perfect if De Bruyne or David Silva get an injury, that he could step step into that mark and offer something completely different in the midfield for Manchester City, and he's an important player. To find another player like that on our behalf, you're probably going to be looking at around £50 million, so it wouldn't make sense for us to sell. So I'm hoping that we will get Gundogan on a new deal. You are welcome to disagree with me on that transfer. Let me know what you think in the comments below that transfer. It's an interesting one, very interesting one, and I'll keep my eyes out for any developments. Now, I'm going to be away for the weekend, so there won't be a daily transfer update for Saturday. I'm going to try and get a video out for Sunday, though. I'm certainly going to get an England preview out for the match on Sunday, so if you're interested, make sure that you subscribe with notifications on. I will be back on Sunday. I'm hoping to have another transfer update. If there's enough to talk about with transfers, then I will put out a transfer update on Sunday. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll get some news on Jorginho. I'll keep you all up to date on Twitter, so don't forget to check me out on Twitter and follow me on there. I'll keep you all posted on everything that is happening with Man City, so you can check that. My Twitter is in the link in the description down below. You can also check out my Instagram if you want to see what I'm up to, because I'll probably be posting on there over the weekend whilst I'm away. And also, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Like I said, subscribe, notifications on. We're nearly on 700 subscribers. That makes me very, very happy. So thank you everyone for subscribing if you have. And please do subscribe if you are enjoying the content. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers, and I want to hit that within the next month or so. So if you could subscribe, that'd mean everything to me. And I'll see you all again for the next video, which I know it's daily transfer update, so I'll probably be back on Sunday instead. So I'll see you then whilst I'm away. I'm in Manchester, by the way, for tomorrow, so I'll see you all again the day after. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Have a lovely Saturday, and I'll see you all again on Sunday. So I'll see you then. Peace. Ciao for now.